The other day, Eddie, obviously, is in America right now for the 2 undisputed fights as well. No one's really talking about them. Serrano Cruz, Baumgardner, and I forgot the girl who she's fighting's name. Completely skipped me. It was supposed to be Choi, but Choi's...
Yeah, no, she's moving crazy.
Done. She's decided, no, I don't fancy it, so she stepped up. But moving away from that anyway, Eddie said in an interview, he was speaking about AJ. I think he was talking to DAZN, actually. Yeah. Akam Barak. And he said that AJ, one of the things he said was AJ is underappreciated. True or false?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. I think so. I'd say that just on the fact that, you know, people like to discredit. I saw a video go up saying, oh, AJ gets so much credit for, you know, doing big fights and stadium fights and big nights in the UK. But Carl Froch fought Groves in the stadium.
Saw that.
And I was like,
saw that.
That doesn't tell the full picture, though, does it?
Yeah, I think, what did the person say? Something along the lines of, people say that AJ was the first to do this, like in terms of growth, but Carl Froch fought in front. And I was like, you've clearly misunderstood.
You've misunderstood what people are saying about AJ. So on that front, in terms of what this guy's brought to British boxing, like, he's made fighters have to come here. We're so used to watching our guys go to Las Vegas. That felt almost like the right way to do boxing at the top level.
Passage, wasn't it?
Yeah. Whereas now we've got heavyweight championship fights in the UK. Guys like big nights in other divisions in the UK regularly. I'm so used to watching boxing at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night.
It's crazy.
It feels weird to do a 4 a.m. now.
I can't remember the last 4 a.m. one I've done. I can't remember because
Canelo's
now...
probably the only person that could bring me there.
I've been lucky because I've been to the last Canelo fight, you know what I mean?
Flex, man.
Flex, you know what I mean? Let me show those muscles. But you're right, though. It's almost become the norm, and I do think AJ was that person that did that. Again, I always speak about Tony on this show, Tony Bellews, because he gives me insight that I don't know. So when we spoke, he was like, everyone's price went up when AJ fought. Yeah. Because all of a sudden, he said sponsors were knocking at his door that never were interested in boxing. But because there was that kind of alignment of, oh, I see you with AJ, do you want this? And you're like, what? So everyone's money, everyone's money went up. It wasn't just a case of AJ got richer. Everyone got richer.
Trust me.
Everyone. So I do feel like he's underappreciated as well. I feel like he's underappreciated with his wins. I think people like to, and it's a very sneery approach to boxing, when you look back at a win and you're like, yeah, but you know what?
Discredit it as much as possible.
Go with what you thought at the time. Go with, oh, that was a good win. And go with that. It's too easy to look back, and because it's so easy now because of box rec and everyone's geeky, aren't they? Look at a record and say, yeah, but you lost 5 times anyway and he was 39. And what did you think at the time?
That's right.
Now, when AJ beat Klitschko at the time, I was like, wow.
Do you know what? Like, people would have me down as a massive AJ fan. And I am.
Dude, you're not getting... I'm Mr. AJ's tongue licking. Bro,
listen, I don't mind. But I am a big AJ fan. Do you know what I mean? So I don't mind owning it. But up until the Klitschko fight, I hadn't decided on AJ yet.
Interesting.
I was very much like, I need to see this last performance. The Charles Martin thing weren't. No. Yeah, I was very much at that place. So the Klitschko fight for me was the fight where I said, oh, we got something. We got something here. Do you know what I'm saying? That excitement came because I was like, oh no, he's got the minerals. Because you went down the first time I see you take a big ass lick from Klitschko, got up, Ward man stopped him. I was like, okay, he's got the juice. Yeah. So from then on, we just seen the heights go bigger, like the stadium fight, stadium after stadium.
People think that's normal.
It's not standard.
Stadium is not. It's not boxing. Stadium's football. Stadium's American football. Stadium isn't boxing. Like stadium fight, and not just stadium. Sold out stadiums ain't normal.
Just what I'm saying. Yeah. And it was just that thing where it's like you brought an excitement that inspired a whole new wave of fighters. I don't think people realize the repercussions of a huge star like that in the UK. Yeah. Amount of Nigerian families that looked at their son and said, "Hey, you could do that instead."
By the way, that shit was banned.
Of
Nigerians, you are accountant, lawyer, or doctor. Listen, let alone a boxer. Like, what are you doing? Then all of a sudden, as you say,
concept.
It ushers it through. I mean, you get your Okolis that come through. Obviously, Joshua Boatsi's got in, but you get those fighters that come through, and they came through from the 2016 Olympics. And it's funny because they actually signed then to 258 management as well. But you usher a lot through. And look, I've always said for me, I don't often agree with Eddie Hearn, but 100% here, I think he's underappreciated. It's okay to lose to Usyk. It's okay, dude. Listen. And I've said this about AJ as well. I've said this to him because Eddie's spoken about a rebuild. I'm like, it's not a rebuild. He lost to Usyk. Usyk's going to go down as one of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. 100%. You lost to that man twice. Fine, it's okay.
Happens, man.
It's okay. You got the get back against Ruiz. It's okay. Right? We want to see some stuff now. But you're not too far behind.
No.
You're not too far behind.
I feel like there might be a thing where it's like he probably lives in his own head a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? At that level, do you know what I mean? Into any industry at all, there's a lot of calculation that goes on. And I think with AJ, I think there might just be that little over-analysis.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I hear him speak now and I can literally hear the hesitation in any statement that he wants to make.
Is that a fear of being taken out of context, or just not?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. A fear of being taken out of context, a fear of not committing to something too much that doesn't get delivered and thrown in his face at a later time. And it's got that feel of like, you know the saying, paralysis by analysis?
Yeah.
Where now I'm overthinking so much, I actually don't speak comfortably about anything. And I think that's what happens with someone like AJ, because he doesn't speak much. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Narratives start, your Gareth A. Davises, your Adam Cattrall, they start and then they gather momentum. And then it becomes people on Twitter casually spitting as fact, yeah, he's scared of Fury. Yeah. And AJ doesn't address anything. And it's like, well, are you scared? It leaves room for that amongst casual fans. Yeah. So I think with AJ's approach, there's so many convos that go on around him that he doesn't address. And I think whilst he doesn't address them, I don't think they just get ignored and it's the water for ducks back. I think a lot of it stays in, because with Fury specifically, he's drummed into AJ over the years.
Jesus Christ.
To the point where now you hear AJ say, people think I'm just a weightlifter. Who's people? That's Fury that said that.
Yeah.
And it drummed and got popular, and it now is something that you are now feeling like you got to address. Let me box Usyk and show these lot that. That's never a way to do any business. And I think, you know, in my world, it's a stand-up comic who's scared to offend. Now he's on stage and you just sound like it's like an animal that had his venom taken out. You threaten no one. You mean nothing. Do you know what I mean? So now with AJ, I just think I like what I'm seeing going forward, and I think it's just the best approach. Close out the noise. Show these people why you are in this position that you're in. Because like when Boatsy was saying to Craig, you keep saying I've had this blessing and all this, like the easy work. I've earned it, shit.
Earned it.
I'm here because I won the... You know what I mean?
It's funny when I hear boxers say that to boxers. Like we as mere mortals, when we say it, it's fine, right? You know, we're not getting in there. You've done a white collar box.
Yeah.
You know how difficult this shit is.
Trust me.
Like, there is no easy work. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are easier fights.
Yeah.
But you're getting in there. Everyone wants to kill you. Like there's no. Everyone's at an 8-week camp.
Yeah.
Everyone can hit hard, especially in the heavyweight division. So there is no easy work. Do you know what I mean? And I just hope we look. AJ's 33 now.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's gone to Derek James, even though that's not been announced yet. But I guess that's what's happening. That camp is very good. Frank Martin, Jamel Charlo, Errol Spence, a lot of good guys there, right? Mean guys, hungry guys. And you'll see a few other hungry faces of guys that are 2-0, 3-0.
That's right.
That look at AJ like a god, but they've got that hunger. And I think it's good that he's hanging around
100%.
With that, right? Because I want to see a bit of that grizzly. Yeah. That AJ that you say got up against Klitschko. I want to see a bit of that guy again.
100%. Yeah. And I think it's good for him to be around people that maybe don't idolize you.
Yes.
When men sit next to you and go, I don't think you're I think I want to show you something. That energy in the sparring, that's what you need. Do you know what I mean? Because them guys that are coming into Sheffield sparring.
But the guys in America are going to want to take his block off.
That's what I'm saying.
They're going to what? They're going to be there's going to be a guy there. I can picture already. That's 8-0.
Yeah.
Big. You know, Jared Anderson looking kind of guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like from the hood.
Yeah.
Like, you know, tattoos carved on.
Trust me.
You know? No ink, just carved.
Grooves in the skin.
Grooves. Yeah. He's going to want a piece.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, going to bring out the best in Anthony Joshua.
100%.
And the best. But look, hopefully we obviously got this AJ Franklin fight 1st of April. Very quickly on that. Are you cool? What's your take on it? Be honest.
Do you know what it is? I'm not mad at that fight. Okay. Only on the basis, because a lot of people have tried to throw, particularly in my face, the whole fact that, you didn't say you had a different energy for Fury and Chisora. Yeah. And I'm like,
that's not the same.
This man is the current champion, right? This guy's coming off of 2 back-to-back losses.
Yes, 3 losses in his last 5.
Listen, exactly. Sorry, this ain't the same state of play.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing that.
And I'm sorry, and I like Chisora as well, but Chisora's. I love my guy Chisora. I'm not going to say anything actually. Look, you're okay. I ain't saying anything about Chisora.
Oh no, I love Chisora, but that's not the fight that we were expecting to see. Simple as that. And that's not a shade on Chisora. But you know, you look at the energy and you think to yourself, that's not acceptable for AJ. AJ would never, like the fact he took the Usyk fight, right? Let's be real. You could easily say to him, bro, avoid Usyk.
Yeah, I guarantee you, there were people saying
who were saying that
don't fight Usyk,
and he said no.
He's like, that's right, I'll fight him.
It's a fight, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for
me,
once
you're there, you're like, fuck, I've got to fight him again now.
That's the type of champion I want. Do you know what I mean? You look at the greats that we adore. You won't hold them to the standard that you're trying to for AJ. Whereas, he's lost, he's finished now, he should retire. Bruv.
What's wrong with people?
it just makes me sick.
What's wrong with people?
It makes me sick.
Honestly, it's like, imagine when Ali came back and got beat by Fraser, and people would have said, nah, he's been at the ring a couple of years and he's done, innit? He's done. Stay retired. Ali, he's done all right, mate. You know what I mean?
Lost to Ken Norton.
Yeah, get out of here. He's done. Man kept on going and going and going. So, yeah, I think people are too quick to judge nowadays. I think AJ is going to have a good 2023, fingers crossed, because, as I say, if AJ has a good boxing year, boxing has a good boxing year, because trust me, like I said at the top, everyone eats. And when I say everyone, I mean all of us. YouTubers, the lot, we eat as well. Everyone's eating. Guys, do me a favor. Click the link in the description of Mr. Travis J's Undefeated podcast. You're going to love it. YouTube channel. So much great content over there. Make sure you hit that link in that description. And if you want to make your videos look like I do, the link of the guy that does it for me is in the description as well. There you go. Added bonus. You can hit that as well and catch him up, and you can do whatever you need to do. All right, we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.